Good Thursday morning. I'm Stephanie Summers. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this morning.
And I'm Courtney Perna. Welcome back.
If you want it to be a productive day, we've got a little advice. I know a lot of you are probably like this right now, but put down those smartphones, right? You were just on yours.
I just did about 5 seconds before we came on the camera.
I'm guilty of it too.
It's hidden. There's a secret hiding spot somewhere in this area where I keep my phone.
Do you remember what life was like before your phone?
Yes, boys actually had to call my house and talk to my father. So then you knew right away if they had guts.
There's actual human contact.
Yes.
People actually socialized face to face. It was a whole different world.
I actually had a conversation with my 9-year-old niece over FaceTime about we used to not have call waiting. And so if someone was calling you and you were on a long conversation.
Right, that's where it all started.
Yeah, and she's like, and I told her about the phone, because she lives in the house we grew up in. I told her about the phone where it used to be in the house, and she's like, it had a cord on it. And Courtney, I'm like, yeah, so if a boy called me, I had to sit on that counter and talk on the phone, and your papa was right there the whole time. She's like, no.
Yeah, and then your brother could pick up the phone when boys called and listen in on your conversation,
and then they go,
you'd be busted.
Courtney, that's enough. Go to bed. When you got cordless, because you could, like, you know, talk in your Courtney, you have to do your homework.
It is
like,
a
get off the
different
phone!
world. I remember how exciting it was to get call waiting, too, by the way. But
oh, my gosh.
We got to talk about this, because a few things. I mean, if you really think about what life was like, you really used your brain a lot more. You know, you just did a mental check.
I remember all my
best
best friends' phone numbers. I have no idea. I know it starts with 586, and that's all I know.
Yeah, and now we know nobody's phone numbers.
I don't know my mom's, nobody's.
We did. We used our brain a lot more. This one I thought was really funny because if I should have a picture of your desk is what we should be showing people, because one of your favorite things is something that I used to use all the time. Somebody's still a little behind the times here because you're still using sticky notes.
All over.
She's like a sticky note. That's what you should be for Halloween.
A sticky note?
A sticky note.
We should be, well, we talked about being Romeo and Michelle, and they invented the sticky note.
We could do it. But they're covering her desk. It's hilarious.
They're all over. I'll put a photo up on my social media, you know, in
Why
the show.
the sticky notes still?
I don't know. I think that if it's in my phone, like I still set reminders for things to show up. But in my phone, if it's right in front of me, I'll remember. And then it feels, it's almost like crossing off something on a list. When I can take that sticky note off and throw it in the garbage.
Speaking of, when you made a list, when you actually made a to-do list, which we don't do anymore, how did it feel crossing things off?
So good.
It was amazing.
It's not the same deleting. delete, delete, delete. You know, it's not the same.
How many of you also wrote notes on your hands? I did that all the time.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble for that.
And I was talking to our producer, Melissa, about how you would write it on your hand, super important information, and then it would get smeared.
Of course.
And then it would be like, oh my gosh, what did that say?
Yeah.
And then you were lost.
I know.
So we got to thank our cell phones that we don't have to do that anymore. Right? And then the snooze button, of course, you know, that was a completely different world. So before smartphones, I think we were actually a lot smarter.
Maybe. Well, we had to use our brains in a different way, like you said. I mean, we actually had to know information, that kind of thing. Now you can put a GPS tracker on your kid.
I know.
And they don't have to, you know, we had to know what our address was and our phone number was in case we got lost.
Well, since the smartphones now, we have developed a lot of weird habits since then, and that includes, we've got about 20 of them here.
Okay.
I don't know if we have time to get to them all, but we're doing a lot of weird things since our phones, and that includes sending photos of our face to a lot of people. Pretty popular.
I literally just posted a selfie on the set before the show. So yeah, that's kind of weird, but we do it.
And if it's not your face, you're taking pictures of every meal, coffee, drink, everything you're doing. It's like you want to take a picture of it and you feel a need to share it with somebody.
This is the best one though. Ending trivia arguments.
Okay, yes. That one is like amazing.
Exactly. You know, like who won the World Series in '98? Was it this person? Like, no, it wasn't. I can prove it right
Lightning
here.
speed, you've got the answer.
But I think that's good because it, you know, ends a bunch of riffs before they even start. So
yeah, this is really funny to me because it's almost like you're in a relationship with your phone, but your phone is the first thing you think about
when you wake
up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night.
Have you seen the movie Her?
Yes.
It was like that weird movie, and I was eerily drawn into it. But yeah, it's all about having a relationship with your phone, like literally a loving, even sexual relationship with your phone. Hey, you got to watch it. It's really weird.
How many of you catch yourself like doing this, and probably the whole time you're probably on your phone the whole time you're doing it?
I've done that. I've been talking to somebody. Like, where is my phone? I can't find my phone, and my friend's like,
it puts you in a panic. If you cannot find it, you literally go into...
It's not just a phone anymore. It's your camera. It's your calendar. It's, you know, it's everything.
Life.
Yeah.
That's probably a disorder now or some kind of disease, right? And then pulling out your phone when you feel uncomfortable in a social situation.
Yes, I hate that.
Do you do that to kind of fill the void of awkwardness?
Well, and I want to, like, just tell kids, you know, just relax. observe, you know, be good. You know, I just sat back and observed everything and listened to the adults and at a restaurant and just chilled. And instead of pulling out your phone, but you're right. And I actually try not to do that when I'm in a setting because I'm like, this is fun. People watching. I could be missing something.
Yeah, I know.
I could meet the man of my dreams sitting right next to me at the DMV.
This is really funny. Looking at your phone when you walk, which has to be, if aliens came down and they saw people for the first time and we all did this, I wonder what they would think.
I'd be like, oh, that was us like 400 years ago.
Yeah, no kidding. I was in New York for my birthday a couple of years ago, and there was a building with all glass walls. We were walking into it. He was right next to us at the same time, and he's on his phone, and he smacks right into the glass.
Who is this?
This is just
a random
passerby.
Dude. Okay.
Yep, on his phone while he's walking. Not a good idea. So very distracting,
That's awesome.
right? Yeah. And then this last one. I don't know if this one's on our full screen here, but how willing would you be to stick your little hands into a dirty, filthy toilet if your phone dropped into it?
I know, your phone's gross, right? Your phone
Would you do it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, is it at post-flush? Post-flush, I would go after it. Pre-flush, I think it's a lost cause.
I'd find something. It might not be my hands, but something I'm sure going to be digging in there getting my phone.
I don't need it that often.
Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to recover it after that. So anyway, all right,
Steph,
I got to take this call. Sorry.
She's a little busy. But I got to ask you a question about sleep.
What, do I need more of it? Yes.
We know that. We know that. This girl gets up at like, 2 or 3 a.m., you know. All right, it wasn't going to be my question, but I want to know, would you use a vacation day to catch up on your sleep? Do you need it that badly?
I really would. I absolutely would. Yeah, you don't have to ask me twice. Yes.
Yes, you would. All right. Well, between family and it's difficult to sleep. I know you have the baby too. But a study conducted by Princess Cruises found that 72% of people said they use at least 1 day vacation a year to catch up on sleep. Interesting. Maybe they have more vacation time than we do.
I don't blame them.
But 2 out of 5 people say they've used an entire week, 5 days of vacation time to catch up on some Z's. I don't know about that. I mean, I would love to do that, but I feel like when I go on vacation, I want to experience new things. But then again, when you return from vacation, you almost need a vacation from your vacation. That's what 54% of people said on the survey too.
Oh my goodness.
Especially if you're going to Vegas. I mean, if you go to Vegas, you definitely need a couple days back home to recover.
You're going to need some sleep after a few
I lived
days
there for a decade, man. I know. If you've never been, trust me. 3 days tops, come home, spend a couple days in bed, you're good.
I don't blame them, really. A whole week of vacation, absolutely.
That would be great. All right, 2015, Americans said something really cool, but they just took it off the prompter because we just got to love how TV is.
2015, Americans.
There it is.
There it is.
Go, Steph.
It had a staggering 658 million unused vacation days. I don't understand. Unused?
Unused.
And then 222 million of which were lost entirely because they just couldn't be rolled over or paid out. I don't know. That's pretty interesting. What do you think?
It is interesting, and I think in my 20s when I was trying so hard and I was like a workaholic and going after it, I didn't mind losing them because I was like trying to get somewhere in my career. But now that I'm older, I realize how important the balance is. And I'm going to take those suckers, man.
Yeah, and it just helps improve your overall life in I think every aspect. So